NVIDIA's fully enabled Blackwell B200 GPUs consume up to 1,200 watts, completely different architecture from Hopper. NVIDIA's Blackwell B200 GPUs incorporate a brand new architecture compared to Hopper but also consume almost twice as much power. NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs are rated at up to 1,200 watts, various configurations and all with brand new architecture. When NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, announced Blackwell during the GTC 2024 keynote, the reveal lacked a lot of technical and architectural information. But during the next few days of GTC, NVIDIA shared slightly more details but still without going too much into the technical deep dives that we're all awaiting. The new details were revealed by Jonah Albi, NVIDIA SVP and GPU architect, and Ian Buck, NVIDIA VP of Hyperscale and HPC. Blackwell GPU, designed for the AI era with a brand new architecture. To start, we all knew that Blackwell was going to be a major architectural upgrade over Hopper, and it looks like it's more than that, with Jonah stating that Blackwell uses a completely different microarchitecture than Hopper. What we do know about Blackwell is that it packs the second generation of transformer engine technology, which adds FP4 and FP6 compute formats. These formats and new software optimizations are what make Blackwell the fastest AI chip of its kind on the planet, but that has taken a toll on its standard FP64 compute, which has only increased by 32% versus Hopper. The reasoning is plain and simple: Blackwell is an AI chip first, and that's its main target market. FP64 is not that important from an AI perspective, and the lower you go, the faster the inferencing and training capabilities. Also, the reason to go the chiplet, MCM, route happens to be the need to improve overall performance rather than improving the yields. It will be interesting to see how NVIDIA's first MCM approach works in the field, since we are talking about two GPUs running on the same package. It's mentioned that Qt does a fairly good job in handling the two GPUs and the different architecture, requiring no major changes to be made for programmers. B200 GPU is the full Blackwell specs, 500 watts more power than Hopper. During the launch, there was a particularly big confusion surrounding all the Blackwell GPU and platform variants. Jensen stated that Blackwell isn't a GPU, it's an entire platform, and the platform has a range of products, but they are still based on GPUs. As of right now, NVIDIA has announced 3 official Blackwell GPU variants. These include the flagship and full-spec B200, which is being used by the B200 superchip platforms. This chip has the highest rated computing capabilities and has a maximum TDP of 1,200 watts. This is 500 watts more than the Hopper H100, which featured a 700 watts TDP. The entire superchip is equipped with 2 of these B200 GPUs and a Grace CPU for up to 2,700 watts power, 1,200 watts X2 for B200 plus 300 watts CPU/I/O. Next up is the Blackwell B200 used by the DGX and HGX platforms, which is optimized around 1000 watts and offers almost 90% of the performance of the full-spec variant. It isn't known if this variant only has a lower TDP or comes with cut-down specs versus the full configuration. Lastly, there is the Blackwell B100, which is a further tuned variant with a 700 watts TDP. This variant offers around 80% perf of the B200, 1000 watts, and 70% perf of the B200, 1200 watts. There's a possibility of a single-die Blackwell GPU variant, especially for key platforms in the future. The Blackwell GPU architecture is already being incorporated in consumer-tier RTX and AI platforms with the likes of Drive Thor and the future GeForce lineup. NVIDIA's Blackwell B200 GPUs will start shipping later this year to the first major AI customers, followed by volume ramp happening later.